Hey friends, in this episode I'm going to be reviewing this Takamine G series. Let's get to it. Hey friends, so yes, I'm going to be looking at this Takamine G series. Lately I've been looking for a new acoustic guitar that I can, take and play in other places. I have a Takamine that I've been playing for years. I bought it in probably like 99 or 2000, and at that time it was about $1,400. So you can imagine back then that bought a whole lot of guitar. And that Takamine just plays amazingly well. It sounds amazing, it plays amazing, the action is incredible. It's just a crazy awesome guitar. So I was looking for one that is comparable, but hopefully not spending as much money as that. Because now I think that would probably be up, $2,000, $3,000. But I wanted to get something as a backup guitar that played really well and sounded great because, like I said, I'm spoiled off the other Takamine. Anyway, I started looking around and I was looking at all brands of guitars, and I came across this Takamine. And I said, I don't know, I'm going to check this thing out. I watched some videos, read a whole lot of reviews about it, and everything was really, really positive about it. I mean, I watched the videos, and from what I saw, it sounded pretty good. And I read, one of the biggest things I'm looking for is the action to be really low and easy to play in sense of string height. And so everything was really good. So I called up my salesman, Ryan, at Sweetwater, because I don't really want to buy anything from anybody anymore except Sweetwater because they're amazing. And he had this guitar to me in 2 days. Like, I ordered it in the afternoon. 2 days later in the morning, it was in my house. So the guys at Sweetwater are amazing. I can't say enough about them. Anyway, let's talk about this guitar. I'm going to talk about the guitar itself, hardware, then I'm going to talk about how it sounds, and then I'm going to talk about how it plays, and then I'll give you my overall opinion, all in just a few minutes. So I took this thing out of the box. First of all, if you know anything about guitars, you can tell this is a Koa wood, and Koa just has this really cool look on it, and I don't have a Koa, so I thought, man, it'd be really cool. I really just thought this was a pretty guitar in the pictures and all, and in the reviews I watched, and so I got it. And sure enough, it just looks like a great guitar. I love the gold hardware up here. It just looks really pretty. The guitar itself, the tuners, they turn really well. I'm not going to say they're the most expensive tuners I've ever seen, but they are really good. They're definitely not cheap. So if you get this guitar, you're going to be happy with those. It does have a strap holder right there. So my other Takamine does not have that. So I thought that was cool because I actually have to tie a string through here on my other one. But you can plug this thing in. It does have a processor on it, and this is a standard TP4TD processor. It has a bass, a mid, treble slider on it, and it has a volume rotator knob. So anyway, very easy to use, and it does have a built-in tuner, and that tuner is has the two arrows on each side of the note, so it helps you go up or down. It's a pretty easy tuner to follow, and everything is operated by a 9-volt battery. So overall, the guitar is, in terms of the build, it's not bad, pretty good. All right, let's see how it sounds. I'm not playing through any processor or anything. This is plugging straight into you, all right? All right, so pretty good down here. Holds tune with various chords down there. Up here, Up high holds tune pretty well. Also, a really good sign of a cheap guitar is if you can play a chord and it's in tune, and you play a different chord and it's not in tune, or if you get it in tune down here, you go up high and it's not in tune up there, you can tell that's a cheaper guitar. It's not been set up very well. So that's always a good sign if it will maintain tuning and all that up here. So I think overall it holds tune well and it plays really well. It's easy to play. It sounds pretty decent. I watched some videos on it, like I said, and I don't know if they were running through any kind of processing or not, but it sounded pretty good from what I watched. And I'll say, overall, I like the way it sounds. I have heard better, but I like the way it sounds in general. It's a pretty cool little guitar. All right, finally, I'll talk about how it plays. Now, this is a review that's my opinion. You'll find other people that may have a completely different opinion. But I'll say, just like any guitar, you would expect for it to be really close to the fretboard down here. And then as the guitar goes, you get higher on the fretboard, the strings get a little higher as you go. And that's really the case for this one. That's kind of, that's with a lot of guitars like that. So when I get up about here, 7th fret-ish and higher, the strings are a little higher for my comfort. Yes, I can play it easily, it's not a problem, but like I say with my other Takamine, I'm spoiled and I admit it. So I've gotten used to just that ease of playing, and so it's a little higher for my taste. But anyway, so overall, my opinion of this guitar is, if you're looking for a pretty decent guitar that's not a beginner guitar, that's not a cheap guitar, well, I might even say a beginner would like this, but you don't want to spend thousands of dollars, this may be a really super buy for you. And like I say, it looks good, it overall feels pretty well, and plays pretty decently. Now, my final decision on this guitar is, I'm going to send it back. And like I say, the only reason I'm going to send it back is just because it doesn't feel the same, quite as good as my other one. And I think that I would rather spend more money and get one that's comparable with comfort, string height, and all that kind of stuff. So if I were going to keep this guitar, I would take it and I would have it adjusted, and so we could get a little bit lower action. I would have it worked on. But I think that I would just overall, by the way this guitar feels, I think I'd rather spend a little bit more money for this particular purchase. If I were looking for a guitar that I've described like this, then this would be great. But anyway, I think I'm going to spend a little more money and get something a little bit higher quality, even though this is pretty decent. All right, guys. Well, I hope this little review of this Takamine G Series Koa has helped you. And like I say, I don't think you'll go wrong with it, but you may want to just check it out in a store before you order one. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this review and it was helpful. And before I see you again, I just want to wish for you and all your family and friends peace and blessings. I'll see you on the next episode.